Breaking news from across the United Kingdom. A wave of new immigration laws has just hit, and it's sending shockwaves through communities everywhere. Millions of lives are now in limbo. In 2025, the UK's immigration policy has taken a hard turn, one that could lead to families being torn apart, dreams shattered, and entire communities uprooted overnight. In this exclusive deep dive, we're unpacking the rules and the real stories behind them. Stay with us, because what's happening right now could reshape the very identity of Britain. Let's start with the basics. On paper, the changes look like a strategic reform. In reality, they're seismic. The UK government has rolled out a new, stricter point-based immigration system, now fully in force. Here's how it works. Every potential immigrant is now scored on a scale. Points are awarded for specific qualifications: education, English language proficiency, salary level, field of work, age, and financial independence. But here's the catch. Only those who hit a minimum score are allowed to stay long-term. And the thresholds? They're higher than ever before. That means thousands, maybe even millions, who once qualified under previous rules are suddenly ineligible. But that's not all. Family reunification has also been restructured. Harshly, only spouses, children, or legal dependents of British citizens or permanent residents can apply. Even then, the income requirements to sponsor a family member have nearly doubled. If you're not earning enough, your loved ones are denied entry. And if that wasn't tough enough, skilled worker visas are now reserved only for niche expertise, primarily in medicine, high-tech engineering, and elite academia. No exceptions, no flexibility, no second chances. We're protecting our resources and prioritizing high-impact immigration. It's about sustainability. But what's the real impact? Let's look at the human side. Meet Amina. She's lived in Birmingham for 16 years, works as a midwife. Her 3 children were born here. Her husband works in construction. They've paid taxes, followed the rules, and called the UK home. But now, she doesn't meet the updated salary threshold to renew her residency. And her husband's job isn't specialized enough to count under the new skilled worker criteria. We've built a life here. Our kids go to school here. Suddenly, we're told we don't belong. She's not alone. In cities like London, Manchester, Birmingham, and Leeds, tens of thousands are receiving letters. You no longer meet the criteria to remain in the UK. Please make arrangements to leave within 90 days. Nurses, teachers, restaurant owners, taxi drivers, tech workers, people who are the UK, their futures now hang in the balance. For decades, the UK relied on immigrant labor to power hospitals, tech startups, logistics, agriculture. You name it. Immigrants didn't just fill gaps, they built the bridge. Now, as they're being shown the door, experts warn, we could see a collapse in essential services. We could lose vital talent to other countries. We could face the most significant cultural loss in a generation. Lawyers are overwhelmed. Immigration firms are reporting a 300% surge in consultations since the new laws took effect. People are desperate. Some are filing last-minute appeals. Others are applying for humanitarian exceptions. And many are rushing to secure whatever documentation they can. But here's the painful truth. For many, it's simply too late. Deadlines are tight. Exceptions are rare. And appeals can take months, even years, long after someone has already been deported. Quote from a legal advocate. We're seeing heartbreaking cases. Families with British-born children being told they must leave. It's devastating. Meanwhile, community centers are becoming safe havens. Churches, mosques, and temples are stepping in, offering legal help, food, and temporary shelter. It's a humanitarian emergency, hidden in legalese. The government may have acted decisively, but the public isn't staying silent. In cities across the UK, protests are growing. From Trafalgar Square to Sheffield City Hall, thousands are marching. Posters read, "Immigrants are the UK. Don't break our families. Fairness, not fear." Advocacy groups, legal aid organizations, and community leaders are demanding immediate policy reconsideration. They argue that these policies aren't just heartless, they're counterproductive. You don't build a strong country by tearing families apart. You don't solve economic problems by kicking out skilled workers. It makes no sense. Petitions are now circulating with hundreds of thousands of signatures. A group of MPs is calling for emergency hearings in Parliament. And behind the scenes, even members of the ruling party are reportedly uncomfortable with the backlash. Some say a softening may be coming. Others predict major political fallout in the next election cycle. But the damage may already be done. Here's what we know. As of April 2025, the UK immigration system has changed forever. More restrictive, more selective, more unforgiving. And for millions, this isn't politics. It's survival. The choices they now face are unimaginable. Return to countries they no longer recognize, separate from loved ones, or live in the shadows, undocumented, unprotected, and vulnerable. But amid the chaos, there is still hope. Communities are rallying, lawyers are fighting, voices are rising, and change, it's still possible. The UK has always prided itself on being a land of opportunity, a land of freedom, a place where hard work and heart could write your future. But today, that dream feels distant for many. And so the question becomes, will the country double down on exclusivity, or will it remember the strength that comes from diversity, from unity, from compassion? That answer will shape the UK for generations to come. If this story moved you, don't scroll past. Share this video. Leave a comment, your story or your thoughts. Subscribe for ongoing updates, because this story isn't over. We'll be tracking every policy shift, every protest, every personal story worth telling. This isn't just a news piece. This is real life, and your voice matters.